Hello, this is Mark Serwotka, the General Secretary of PCS, sending this video update to all PCS members. Now, around a week ago, we announced the results of our national consultative ballot of all PCS members in the public sector. We asked you whether you supported a pay claim of 10%, and we asked you whether or not you were prepared to take industrial action if the government didn't listen to your message. In a ballot in which over 70,000 people voted, on a 45% turnout, you voted overwhelmingly to send the government the clearest of messages. Nearly 98% of you voted for a 10% pay rise, telling us exactly how you understand in the real world why you need 10% just to keep your heads above water. But also nearly 81% of members voted to say you would take industrial action if the union organised a lawful ballot. So as we promised you, we took that message to the heart of government. Fran Heathcote, the union's national president, myself and our negotiating team have had a number of meetings over the last week. I have personally met the new Cabinet Office Minister, Mrs. Wheeler, and our negotiating team have met Cabinet Office officials. And today I can tell you that their response to your message is insulting, it is outrageous, and it is essentially sticking up two fingers to every PCS member and your families at this time of need. Because today they have confirmed that their pay offer this year will be 2%. A 2% pay rise, in reality compared to inflation, means at least a 6% reduction in your living standards. That comes after 10 years of real terms pay cuts. It comes at a time when we have the biggest cost of living crisis in this country since records began. It comes at a time where you have delivered frontline services for the people of this country throughout the COVID pandemic and now are trying to continue to deliver those services as we move into a new phase. This is not just insulting, it is outrageous. It is something that we cannot accept because we know well from hearing from you direct how you are worried about turning on the heating, about feeding your families, about what the future holds. So now what we have to do, given the government have insulted us in this way, is to take action. We have to turn this consultative ballot vote into a campaign that can force the government to think again. So I can confirm to you today that over the next 2 weeks, your national leadership will be meeting. We will be analysing the ballot results in detail. It is already clear that a number of employers have broken the 50% threshold, and in most cases we've come very close. So now we have to decide what to do and when to do it. We will be consulting your representatives and we will be consulting you over the coming weeks and months. But what I'm sure we can all agree is that when there's a cost of living crisis, when in real terms your salary has collapsed over the last 10 years, and when this year you need an 8% pay rise just to stand still, their offer of 2% is an insult too far. When you also add into that when I met the Minister 2 days ago, not only did she offer us no comfort on pay, she also indicated that the government intended again this year to come back to the issue of your redundancy terms with a view to trying to reduce them by up to 33%, a move that we successfully blocked in the High Court in 2016. It tells us everything we need to know. They know the cost of everything, but the value of nothing. So let's be angry, let's be determined, and over the coming weeks and months, let's do all we can to get more people in the union. If you voted in the ballot, but you know somebody who didn't, encourage them to vote the next time we come out to ballot members. But let's be clear about one thing. In 2022, we cannot leave this unchallenged. You deserve better, and we're determined to make sure you get better. Thanks very much.